Hi everyone, Teddy from Fragmented Customs and Restores and Paul, the aka Thin Diesel. Just thought we'd do your January 2025 update. So popping around the garages, first off, see Paul and the Renault 5 Turbo that he's been working on. So we'll have a quick look around that and see where we're at. But Happy New Year everyone. Here's to a good 2025.
Yeah.
So we've got Davy's Renault 5 Turbo that Paul's been working on over the last few months. It's starting to come together nicely now. So this came to us, what relatively on the surface you'd see is a clean car, but as we dug down into it, there was some underlying issues under the paint and under obviously the various trim panels that are on the Renault 5 Turbo. But we'll dig into what Paul's done so far, starting with the weld repairs. So inside, basically under all these bolts and that, Paul's put new floors in, so you can't get replacement panels for the floors for the Renault 5 Turbo. So Paul's took the seat bases out, the seat runners, fabricated new floors. He's done the inner sills as well on both sides, so the inner sills have been repaired. Yeah.
More so this side than the other side, nearly the full length, for the full length of the car.
Yeah.
On this side, full bottom sill lip.
Yeah.
Inner sill has been replaced on this side, and a full new sill on this side. But only a half sill on the other side.
Right.
But we're trying to keep these nail heads for the
for the body fixings. Yeah.
For the body kit side skirts to go back on. But obviously I couldn't save.
Yeah. No, that's spot on that. So we've done Paul's done the sills on this, as he's just mentioned there, but underneath is clean as a whistle.
The coat or the gladiator.
Gladiator coating. Yeah. These are replacement panels, aren't they, Paul?
Yeah, the jacking points.
So the jacking points front and rear,
where
the axle stands are at the back. Yeah. So you can buy them. You can buy these replacement panels. You can buy the outer sills and you can buy the inner sills as well, which I found online the other day. While I've been looking for Chris's Renault 5. And then basically around the other welding points is there was the closing plates on the rear. I think they touched up.
This has been replaced here, and this panel here. The rest of it was okay, and there was some inside of here where the petrol filler attaches to, and closing plates on the backs of the sills were rotted out as well. So I put in a piece
the
there
battery
as well.
there. Yeah. And then there was more on the front.
Yeah, there was a repair on the here, and this has all been replaced from about here all the way down. This bit is all new, and this panel here is new as well. But all of this was okay in here, where the Chris's isn't.
Yeah. Aye.
This panel here, what you get the jacking point comes all the way up to the top here.
Yeah.
Right, cut it off halfway.
Aye, and joined it.
All, same sealed, stone chipped. No, that's all right.
Did you gladiator under here as well?
Yes, that's all gladiator under there as well.
So the whole bottom of the shell you'll have seen on other videos that we've done. Did they go on YouTube? I think they did. Yeah, we done a video.
It was a gladiator video.
Putting the gladiator on this, wasn't it?
This one, yeah. Engines out, been out, beds been out. Brand new shockers, brand new brake disc, brand new bottom ear control arms.
Yeah.
Brand new bolts.
I mean, you can see how clean the subframe is. Beautiful.
Apparently it's a bad place for corrosion on Renault 5s, the subframes.
Yeah, the subframe we've got for the other one we've got in is absolutely toast. Well, when I say toast, until you repair it, Paul. If we can't get another one. So he's put the engine in. So what have you done this week, Paul? Since New Year's Day, what have you done?
The engine's gone back in.
Yeah.
But obviously take everything off the engine to paint the block and clean all of the necessary parts.
Yeah.
Everything's been cleaned before it's been put back on, so like all of the hoses and everything have all been cleaned. The way the engine mount is being painted. In fact, the new engine mountings, brand new.
Yeah, you got replacement ones, didn't you?
Yeah. There was a pipe snapped on the back of the intake manifold as well, coolant pipe, which I had to drill out and retap. But
yeah.
you can get replacement. There's one goes in and one goes out. It must be like a water cooled.
Yeah.
In that manifold. So that's all done. New battery tray. In. I'll unpick this.
Yeah, the scuttle. That's something we forgot to mention on the welding side. It's had a brand new second-hand scuttle on. So Paul unpicked it from the replacement part that we were supplied by the customer, by Davey. And well, there you go. You can see the level of repair, because these do rot on a Renault 5. As you've seen on some of the photos, I'll try and pop one on of what we got.
I've got some pictures of it before. The trim's back on. The aerial's back on. All the light mechanisms all back in. I think chuck some petrol in it and a battery on it, and I think it will fire up.
I think we should aim for that for next weekend, Paul.
Yeah. There's all that's left to do on this now is paint the bonnet, the body kit and the bumpers.
Have you got the wings to go?
The wings to go on, yeah. The wings aren't painted yet, but
yeah,
they're there to come over next. I'm probably going to get this back on its wheels.
Cool. Well, next time we see this, it should be a bit further on. I was going to see a lot further on, but there's lots of work to do. Still, although it looks like a complete shell and engine, there's still work to do, but it's absolutely flying along there. I just love all the work on the rear. It's class.
It just looks
just clean.
Newness just looks.
Yeah.
The newness hasn't worn off.
So I've popped over there with the garage. This is one where I'm mainly working from at the moment. This is one that we rent out. Basically, a bit bigger space. Saves me working in the back street in the cold. So I'll take you for a quick tour around here and show you what I've been grafting on. So first of all, we've got my bus. That's in at the moment. It's been off the road for a few months now. He's a bit ratty as old Humphrey, but we've got some weld repairs that we're doing on him at the minute. So we've got some rust holes around the door runner. So we're going to pick the door runner off and this trim clip and repair the rust around here. I'm not particularly looking for any decent finish on it. I just want it a bit like a rat bus. And inside we've got no engines. It's like race wars. Where's the engines? SR20s would go a decent price this time of year. But we do have the reconditioned DG engine, so I'm going for the original 1.9 DG. I've had this rebuilt by Andrew at the camper shack up at the Isle of Arran on an exchange basis, so I've got a few more bits of welding to do in the engine bay just to tidy it up, and then I'm going to give that a coat of paint and some underbody protection around the back end of the vehicle, and then I'll just be using it as a van while I start redoing the interior. So the full interior is out and lying around the place in various forms. And then we've got this little thing going on Under here we've got a Renault 5 Turbo. It's a Renault 5 Turbo shell that's come in. It's got a 1.8 16 valve Clio engine in. Well, it doesn't have it in, we've took it out. It's come in for some work because it's got a lot of bodywork issues that need sorting out. But also need to get the engine up and running, subframe sorted out, rear axle. So we've got all that to do. But at the meantime, we're just waiting on a decision from Chris as to whether we move forward with his shell. In my opinion, the shell needs a lot of work doing. It's going to be expensive to fix, not impossible to fix. Nothing's impossible, we can definitely do it. It's just how much time and effort you want to put into a car which doesn't have the original engine in. If we're going Renault 5 Turbo with the original engine, I would probably say it's worth it, but because it's not fully original, I'm on the fence with it. So I'll show you some of the issues that we've got on that. So under the bonnet, we've got a lot of work to do if we are restoring this shell. Those of you that know Renault 5s, there's meant to be a cross between the top of the two turrets. You can see a cut off section there. There's meant to be like a joining panel in there. That'll give you some strength across the top of your turrets. Going across, the way they've cut it out, whoever cut it out for whatever reason, haven't done a particularly nice job of it. In some places they've cut through the turret as well, so if we are to fix this one, I don't want to be taking out or unpicking as much of this closing panel that's in here and getting a cut off another car, where I can unpick that one properly as well and do a full-on proper repair of that panel all the way across. Under the wheel arch, we've got corrosion around the front chassis leg here, on the skin of it. That would all need repairing on the inner wheel arch. The front panel, similar to what you saw on the Renault 5 that Paul's been working on. He created new ones of these panels and replaced them. The jacking point that we mentioned, they can get new parts. This one's just full of expanding foam, so whoever's had the car before Chris has seriously done some bodgy repairs on it. The expanding foam continues along the sills, so it needs full new outer sills, full new inner sills. Chris has got new outer sills for it. We'd have to source the inner sills from the internet, but you can get them. The standard rot issues you get around the bottom of the windscreen, you can see through into the cabin of the car there. That's all the way across. We've got this random section that's been cut open. I can't for any reason understand why that's been done, other than the bonnet's been locked closed and they've cut through from the inner cabin to breach through to get to the clip, because the bonnet's for forward on the Renault 5. So the dash rail, technical term for the dash rail in this car is mullered. There's nothing left of it. There's some expanding foam in the centre of the dash. There is what can only be described as plaster of Paris, stuff holding the this bit of plate on the floor in, so we'd have to source a dash panel as well. So pretty much all of the upper front scuttle will need a decent amount of repair. And then we've got the floors. Floors need to be repaired. It's had a bolt-in roll cage installed. There is mounting points that you can see around the floor where that's been, and on the rear wheel arch. They would all have to be repaired. I mean, you can see through to the floor in that corner. And even the seat rails have been mulled's my favourite word today, where they've cut the brackets off or whatever's been on there, or welded some things on, cut things off, installed seat runners at like, I don't know, 70-degree angles so they can get the seats in. It's all just been a bit weird what's gone on there. So that is pretty much on hold at the minute till we get a decision of what we're doing with it. So we've got the engine on the subframe removed from the car, so everything needs to be stripped down. We need to do a compression test on the engine, and then we'll get that down to the other unit that we got in Seaham down the harbour, and we'll start stripping, cleaning, going over that, basically making sure that everything's as good as it can be. Source a new front subframe because this one has been or has seen better days. We may try and repair it. It depends how bad it is once we get the engine and running gear off, but for now I would probably say we're going on a hunt for a front subframe. And then the rear axle is off and just lying on the floor at the moment. That's due to be shipped down to the other unit once I get the engine in the van. I can hook all the gear in there, take it down the other unit, and we can start progressing forward. But as our chalkboard, which will have the to-do list stuff for the Renault 5, and that's our little unit. So we're only running on solar panel here. Oh, there's our bonnet. So we're running on solar power within the garage with LED lights at the front, LED lights around the rear. We put the roof on this, so we've put a raised section in case we do get a small lift. We've extended the back of the unit by about 6 foot, which just helps us push project cars back so we can get more than one in. And we've also got a beam with some chain blocks on, so it helps those that followed our Facebook post on the MX-5 rebuild and stuff. We use the engine hoist for that, but it's a decent little space that'll get better as we get more money in and put more time into it. So one of the other issues I found on the car was the roof. It was actually full of filler. Now, because this is being tracked, I was going to say we'll believe it's being tracked, but it's definitely being tracked. My guess would it's possibly been on its roof, but you'd expect more damage than just the front. But I can't think of any other reason, unless it's the lowest bridge I've ever seen in my life, and that's went into. But that's going to be a lot of work for us to fix. You've got a strengthening truss along here, so we can't get behind to knock it up. You can see some holes in it. I think this is where someone's tried to pull it up previously, because they're not in any uniform pattern that would say it's part of the car design. So we'd have to really take our time with that and get that right, because there's nothing worse than if you painted that, you'd see it from a mile off, especially with the colour it is, because we want to go back to this colour, preferably the same colour on each panel. But this is what it is for now.
Well, what's the up to, Greg?
Starting all the cars off and all.
Get in, the van started.
The 4C battery's flat.
Oh no.
Needs a new one.
Way. So we're at garage number 3. In true winter fashion. It's bloody freezing out there.
Come warm your ass on the radiator.
But at least this one's heated, unlike garage number 2 that I've just been to. Oh, radiator, get in.
Everything's breaking.
Right then, Greg, what's been happening at Beverly Hills over the last few weeks?
Load of prep, bodywork prep, primer, or epoxy primer, or epoxy sealer, whichever way you want to call it. And then we've done loads of seam sealer, a hell of a lot more than any ever came with from the back week, just because we know its flaws and where the seam sealer needs to go, so that's what we've been doing. And then a lot of body prep, filler wise, just blended in the new panels to the old panels. So if you went right round the car, seat pillar, pillar, right round, they've all had to have a section of filler put in. Same with where the join down is, so busy starting that. And then we've just been filling to get the panels flat where required.
Nice, neat.
Alright, nice,
Seam sealer.
nice and tidy. As tidy as we can get it, but we've got to remember that's all getting raptored, so we'll be raptoring from like that point all the way up to the underside there. All this will be getting raptored, everything. Top and bottom dash rail will be going body coloured, so will the cross member and the rear companion bins. All this will be body coloured, so like a high gloss finish like you would normally see on a Mini, but the rest, what you do not see, will be protected with Raptor. Strange enough, that'll be body coloured. It won't be raptored.
Yeah.
We'll stop there, Raptor. But we can choose to Raptor the seat base and the upstand if we the seat back if we want to, but probably just body coloured and with whatever's left in the gun.
Yeah. You've been having fun with the bonnet as well, haven't you?
Aye.
The old bunny.
Might be able to flash some photographs of how the bonnet actually was. Close so it doesn't little dints in it just where people have been shutting the bonnet over the years. So I completely filled it, base filled it, and just flattened it back. Fresh with the new Merca because we've got the tools to do it now. I wouldn't have entertained it if we didn't have the Merca because that would have been major labour intensive, but because we've invested in a few better tools, it decreases our labour costs and our labour time, really.
We've had them roof repairs, haven't we?
We've chucking the roof repairs in as and when. So we removed all repairs. So we had a bad old repair there, bad old repair at the passenger side, and same on the driver's side. We've just had bad repairs. I'll find it where.
And there's that roof you got. Get the body cuts. Champion.
I'll sneak in there. I'll be able to show you.
Sneak in anywhere you want, sneaky boy.
So the original repair when it had its first restoration, I think they just drilled the hell out of wherever there was a rust spot in the roof, they just hit it with a hammer, lowered it, and then based across.
Yeah.
Some new material, so you can see that's the old roof skin. They've braided in, and then they just put a plate over the top.
Patch over.
Chuck the patch over. So if I hadn't cut that out and just went, oh, that's alright, all that would have come through eventually.
Yeah. Yeah, champion.
I'll be yours. Over here.
Champion.
Prep and more prep.
It's looking good, this baby though. It's looking good. It's like the Renault 5 when I was up there with Paul. It's definitely coming on.
Right.
So I think
move from bonnet next to the epoxy, and then it's going back on the spit, and then it's getting spun out, and the underside is getting prepped. Right. Give us a thumbs up if you still like what we're seeing or like what we're doing. It's bloody freezing now, so I think we've gone to a halt.
It's cold for the winter. Especially our partner. So
Yeah, that's it for this little January update. As Greg said, please like. If you could subscribe, that would be awesome. We can get some more subscribers. And then I think this year we're going to try and film a bit more of us doing stuff. So rather than little tips of this, that, and the other, it would be following a specific task or something like that. So if we're repairing a quarter panel, or if we're doing some sort of, I don't know, painting or whatever, we can film the process and just show us exactly what we do rather than just in and out some bits and bobs before and after. But things are coming along. Mini's flying. The Renault 5 Turbo with balls, as we've seen on that one, that's looking really good. I haven't seen it yet. I mean, keep on ringing him, and he's kind of well. Yeah. That's fantastic. That's more than got. I don't think anyone does at the minute. He might be cool all the time. He might be up my backside. He's not working at the minute, I know that. He's sitting on his van at Newcastle Airport. God bless him. He might not be, he might actually go out in the court. Give him a ring, I know you want. Give him a ring. Anyway, thank you. See you soon.
Even when we're on holiday, he's at work. What are you looking for, Greg?
I'm looking for a clip. I've flicked the clip up off the headlight or the lamp bulb. Oh, I can't find it.
Oh dear.
And the cars are that big, I need a set of steps to get up onto them. I'm going to be working on that next.
Wow.
You know where we've got to go to get the bit?
Where?
O'Reilly's car shop.
Hashtag O'Reilly's.
Aye.